Nice to have a Ferrari, buddy. By the way, is that Donald Trump? No, he wouldn't drive a Ferrari, no matter how brash he is. All right, so, hello, we're here today with Trump International Hotel and Tower. You got the globe over there, which is pretty cool. After all, leader of the free world and all. Now, what we're going to talk about today is why Trump won. And the guy whistling in the background did that as if on cue. Now, there was a book written entitled Why Reagan Won that really went into the movement that put Ronald Reagan into the White House in 1980. No sooner had somebody handed me that book that the very next day it was announced that Barack Obama was reading it. I found that kind of creepy. Number one reason why Donald Trump won the White House, in my estimation, and I think pretty clearly the case, that presidential election cycle was by far the most anti-establishment election cycle I've ever seen. Way severely anti-establishment. Maybe more anti-establishment than ever, or certainly in our lifetime. Bernie Sanders was able to give Hillary Clinton such a run for her money. Some old white dude that is clearly a socialist. Hey, feel the burn, man. Bernie Sanders, you gotta love him. Except for one thing with Bernie Sanders, by the way. Not exactly a friend of Israel. No decent, solid Democrats stepped up against Hillary Clinton. They were all afraid of the Clinton machine, I guess, and so Bernie Sanders was able to make headway. That goes to show you how anti-establishment it was. She was supposed to be able to just get everybody to say, forget that guy. But she couldn't. Donald Trump defeated 17 total, right? He defeated 60, we're talking governors, senators, congressmen, all of them, just ran them right over. It was as anti-establishment as it gets. Hillary Clinton was the personification of establishment politician. And not only that, she was the personification of what's wrong with being one. Here's this brash billionaire, totally not establishment. Of course he was going to win. Another thing we want to look at here is that you had 9 million people that signed up to vote for Donald Trump specifically in the Republican primary process, who registered to vote just for him. Then you had 8 million that refused to come out for Governor Romney. Why? To milk toast. And all those people that didn't come out for Romney, that probably came out to a person for Donald Trump. That's a block of 17 million. Another thought here is that people vote with their pocketbooks and their wallets, generally speaking. Grad students in record numbers coming out of grad school and going home to mom and dad living in the basement. And they see a guy like Donald Trump coming along talking their language. They want to get out of the basement, right? You have a lot of working class who knew that he meant it when he said that he wants to restore America to its original greatness. A lot of that is manufacturing. Trade's a big deal. We got trade deficits all over the world. He is putting America first. And a lot of people understood that he meant what he was saying. Hillary Clinton, of course, won California big and New York. But that's about it. And that, by the way, tells us why we have the Electoral College. That's just the tip of the iceberg on how Trump won. Lastly, I'll say that for the first 2 years of the Reagan tenure, we saw all kinds of problems and him running into this brick wall and that brick wall and this, that, and the other. And yet, after a couple years, his policy started to set in and we had the go-go 80s. He won re-election in a landslide, partly because he had an idiot running against him. They're not going to try and touch him. The big boys, they're going to wait until 2024. I say that by 2020, Donald Trump is in the catbird seat. He's in the driver's seat. He might just throw it off to Mike Pence. Hey, just go ahead with Governor Pence, Vice President Pence. I'm off to back to my yacht and my penthouse. I did what I came to do. He's not after it for the power. He's after it to change America and bring it back to its original greatness. And for all the problems any of us could have with Donald Trump, whatever political stripe we may be, he is in it for the right reasons. And people picked up on that. It's important to look at moving forward. I'm Rob Arnold. I tell you now that perspective is paramount. Keep it. See you tomorrow.